We continue to track Francine's path tonight as it slides through the southeastern U.S. Heavy rainfall is still ongoing across parts of Mississippi, Alabama, and the Florida Panhandle right now. Tonight, we dig deeper into the science backing the brave men and women who hunt hurricanes. Joining us now is Lieutenant Colonel Jeremy DeHart, a 53rd WRS Aerial Reconnaissance Weather Officer. First of all, Jeremy, thank you so much for being here. We know how incredibly busy you are on a night like tonight. The weather reconnaissance missions that you perform in storms like Francine to gather data really help improve things like forecasts and storm warnings, but you really put a lot on the line to do that. Give our viewers a glimpse of how this all works.
Right. So that is our job, is weather reconnaissance. So what we'll do is whenever a storm forms that the National Hurricane Center recognizes as would potentially have impacts to the United States, our partners, we will be tasked to go fly into that storm, provide real-time data from the storm environment from our aircraft, the WC-130J. We will fly through the storm, not over it, not around it, but we'll fly right through it. And we will, so the airplane, tracks atmospheric data such as pressure, temperature, wind speed, wind direction, humidity, and in real time. And then we'll send that data off the airplane via satellite communication to the National Hurricane Center so that they are getting real-time updates for their forecasts and for the hurricane models to provide better forecasts.
And then that information, of course, critical to people back here at home.
Every storm's a little different. It actually looked like it started out in the southwest Gulf of Mexico, and in the first 24 hours, it really had a period of rather intense intensification and kind of leveled off there for another 24 hours. But right as it was approaching land in the northern Gulf Coast, it went through a round of rapid intensification. And so you never know with these storms in the Gulf. So we try not to focus too much on the overall intensity and just try to get the data out there, and so that the Hurricane Center can put out their watches and warnings and people are prepared.
Being so close to everything that is going on, what should we expect for the rest of hurricane season? Because it's not even close to being over.
At this point in the year, based off the earlier season projections, I think a lot of people expect it to be a little more active than it has been, but it only takes one. And as we've seen with Francine, we saw with Beryl really early in the year, it doesn't really matter what the rest of the season has done. It only takes one storm to change people's lives.
Right, a critical message. We appreciate what you're doing. Lieutenant Colonel Jeremy DeHart, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.